Notre Dame. Off the top. Let's get into it. Hey fam, what is up? It is Shar and welcome to Law and Live in Color, where I provide quick tips and experiences on the law school process and legal field as a person of color. All right, so some law school news that broke Reddit yesterday and of course other law school forums was that Notre Dame did something very lame, bars. What they did was they emailed their admitted students that 67% of capacity has been filled. 67% of people have filled in their deposit. So what did everybody do? They panicked. Then they said 80%. Oh my God, what? So people were like, if you're a working person, you're not checking your email every 2 seconds. I work 9 to 5. And to check my email like that, like I would have saw that email when I got home and I would have been screwed. Because literally at 6 o'clock, they filled up. And Notre Dame now has to tell admitted students that they can't come to the law school anymore because they have reached capacity. Now, before y'all get nervous, no, this is not a common thing amongst law schools. Typically, in your offer letter, they will tell you that your seat is reserved until the seat deposit deadline, in which you have to put a payment down to say that you're going there. This is what Notre Dame did. And, okay, some people will argue, well, they disclosed it. Notre Dame, when you get accepted, tells you that you have a seat until your seat deposit or until they reach capacity. That was pretty much the offer letter, like in a sidebar, or until they reach capacity, and then you keep reading the offer letter. Now, you don't think, mind you, the first deposit deadline for Notre Dame is April 15th. Today is April 7th, and this all went down yesterday, April 6th. So pretty much Notre Dame got filled up a week and some change, like pretty much 2 weeks before their deposit deadline. Well, I don't know, y'all. I can't do math. So 15th minus 6. Those amount of days, they have reached capacity. And this is, like, my heart goes out to people that were, I did never apply to Notre Dame. And, you know, I thought about it, but I really just did not see myself in Indiana. So I wasn't going to do that. But I didn't apply to Notre Dame, and I know a good amount of people that did and are kind of devastated that they don't even have it as an option anymore. Even if they weren't going to go or not, it's kind of like, I got accepted, but it doesn't matter anymore because they've rescinded it. Like, I can't go anymore. They're full. And especially for people that, like, I heard people were getting waitlisted yesterday. So they find out they're on the wait list and all of a sudden they see this email that Notre Dame is full. Like, oh, okay, well, Notre Dame's not in the picture for me. And the reality is people put in their deposit and there's a good amount that probably aren't going to Notre Dame. My problem with Notre Dame doing this is they're not accounting, they don't have a yield protect system. Their yield protect system is telling admitted students they can't come a week before they even have to put in their deadline. Like, what if you were a working student like myself? Like, this isn't, you know, mommy and daddy's money. This is money that you're making, and you don't get paid until I get paid on the 15th and the last day of every month, which is a good amount of people. Or if you get paid every 2 weeks, I guarantee you probably didn't get paid this week. So you waiting on a check to put in your deposit, which you would have had before the deposit deadline, and now you are out of luck. You're like, the Notre Dame is out of the cards for you. The yield protect for other schools, this cycle especially, because it was so competitive, and this is just another example of how crappy this cycle has been for so many people. Like, this cycle has emphasized applying early, but even if you do apply early, you still haven't. I know people that applied in September and still haven't received a decision from schools. It is ridiculous. So keep that in mind when you apply for next cycle. I don't know how competitive next cycle will be. To say any type of prediction would be null and void at this point, because I don't think anybody predicted this cycle to be like this intense. The amount of wait lists that have been distributed to people is insane, and that is for yield protect. So if you have high numbers and you were waitlisted, like why the hell is that waitlisted? Well, that's because they feel like you're probably going to accept somewhere that's higher ranking than them. Why would they give you an offer of admission and have to report that, and you decline it when you were always going to go to a Harvard, or they're going to yield protect themselves, they're going to put you on the wait list. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a soft rejection. For some schools it is. Like for, certain schools, a wait list is a soft rejection. But for other schools, they use their wait list. So like Michigan this year has a very intense wait list. They have over 2,000 people on their wait list already. And that's for yield protection. So what Notre Dame did is they didn't issue this huge wait list. They admitted all of these people that would obviously overfill their capacity if everybody accepted. And instead of putting them on a wait list, or instead of just having better communication, like don't email people and say 67% is already filled, guys, then everybody's gonna freaking panic. Like, oh my God, I have to submit that my deposit today, I have to do it. Whereas you could really just give, like they didn't give any other updates before this point. They said they would in the offer letter, but the update that they gave was 67% full, guys. And you're like, what? So then you freak out. They could have, I don't know, gave some more updates like, hey, our class is getting more full. I don't know if they should have gave a percentage. I don't know. Look, I'm not an admissions officer. I don't know how to go about these things. However, I will tell you, it's messed up. Like, that's messed up. If I even had Notre Dame as an option for me, or if I was using it as a negotiation tool, I'm kind of screwed. I have to put that money down. And if I didn't reach it on time, it's because I work a 9 to 5, or I work, I just work and I just don't not have access to my phone all day. Or if I'm in school and I don't have access to my phone all day, then I'm screwed. So the way Notre Dame did it, they were very Notre LAME for it. And I just don't like it. I think it's absurd. I mean, Dean Z from Michigan even had something to say about it.
A law school that allegedly tells its admitted students, our deadline for deposit is April 15th, unless earlier than that we get all the deposits we want, in which case then we stop taking deposits. That strikes me as insane. I've never heard of such a thing, and I have no reason to mistrust the pre-law advisor who said that, except that it just is like, what? How can a school do that?
Anyways, that's off the top for me. If you like this video and you want to see more content like it, please comment, like, and subscribe. And look, guys, not every school does this. A lot of schools don't do this. And please, when you do get your offer letters, make sure you are reading them to make sure that the school that you did get accepted to isn't doing this. In the words of Audre Lorde, we are powerful because we have survived. And that's all it's about. Survival and growth. Peace, guys.